Welcome
Up, guys?
to Pillow Talking Podcast. It's your boy JT.
And Nene. That was loud.
Yeah, it was loud. I mean for it to be that loud. Look, before we having a great week. This is a good week. But before we get to the good stuff, let's just get all of the negative, bad stuff out the way.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, DMX.
Yep.
We briefly talked about him last week when he was still on life support.
Mm-hmm.
But he did pass, and of course, I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like some people that I listen to DMX every day or whatever, but I think later in life, some of his interviews and his spiritual walk was definitely, I don't know, it was enlightening. It was something I paid attention to.
Yeah.
His post music career. Because, I mean, he was popular when I was, like, first and second grade. So.
Kids, same for me. The only music that I really listen to a lot would be the music on TV shows or, movies. Like, of course, the music on Romeo Must Die.
Yeah.
Of course, you listen to that. Yeah. But, I mean, other than that, no.
Yeah.
Just his popular music I did listen to.
Right.
Not every day, though, because we, back then, were, like, my parents were like, do not listen to him.
Yeah, it was.
So
he was rough. No pun intended.
Right.
Unfortunately, there was another instance of, I don't even want to call it police brutality at this point. I literally want to just call it police assassinations because,
right. It's past brutality.
this is not brutal. This is like.
It's like animals. Killing animals just in cold blood.
The thing with the most recent situation, and I don't want to talk about it long because it's just like, man, it's
enough of
depressing,
it in the airways right
but
now.
with Mr. Wright, if you don't know the officer, Kim Potter, literally, it's on video.
Mm-hmm.
She has a full blown Glock 17 in her hand, and is calling it a taser. And is on video saying, taser, which, if you're not familiar with American police, they give commands or they say stuff to let the other officers know that, hey, I'm about to deploy my weapon. So the taser was her saying, I'm about to deploy a taser.
Right.
So in the video, and the cops, and I guess everybody else was like, she's about to tase him. But in fact, she had a Glock 17 in her hand and shot, this kid, this I don't want to say kid, but this young.
He was young man.
African American man, was just shot, and to me, it I don't want to say.
How many shots did she fire? One.
I think it was one shot, and then she was like.
Was she close to him?
Yeah, I mean she was literally in taser distance.
Oh.
So, I mean right there, but. I think the issue is...
was she scared? I'm not understanding, though.
I don't care if she was scared. As an officer, you are trained, your fear...
You're right, to overcome your fear and do your job.
And that's a great question you ask. Why was she so afraid? If she was.
Well, that's why I'm what was the problem, man?
She had other officers there.
Yeah. What was he doing
he
that
had
made
no
you
weapon in
so
his
scared
hand.
that you can't think?
At the most, he was resisting arrest, which is also not... felony.
I'm sorry, but WPs do it all the time.
That's my point.
Oh my God.
My thing is, if she was that afraid that she didn't know she had a Glock in her hand instead of a taser, why? Is it our skin? Are we that?
I'm not understanding what. Yeah, what would make you so scared you can't think? What is it going on?
I don't know.
Think of what you have done for how many? 29 years, 20 years? How many?
29 years. She's a trainer.
So,
she
lady,
was a trainer.
come on now.
And I think
that should be second nature to you.
I think it's just systemic racism. I think they see black people. They already on alert. They have prejudice toward us
already.
The same way they tell us, hey, all cops not the same. You shouldn't be scared when we pull up.
All black
black
people are not the same.
They don't apply that same
all people period
rhetoric when they see African American men and women. They don't give us the benefit of doubt that, hey, we're just reaching for our wallet, or we're
right.
And the point that makes me so mad is the fact that we've seen other people, white people, Asian people, all these other people, they will literally, I'm not joking, fights back. I'm talking about fights back.
Talking about fight, grab your gun, fight.
Yeah, grab your gun,
steal your car,
steal
fight.
your car,
like
push you, punch you.
Yes,
And
do
they
not
live
care.
to tell
Taser
the
you.
story. The people who commit these
wild
domestic terrorism, where they go shoot up schools and shoot up people,
they be
walk them
bringing
out.
them to Burger King.
They walk them out, but yet a routine traffic stop. Even if you were gonna arrest him because he had a warrant, that's okay. I get it. Right. He has a warrant. He just take care of the warrant. My point is, death should not be the sentence for these crimes. Death should not have been the sentence for George Floyd.
Right.
Like, even if he had counterfeit money, whatever they accused him of, which they never found, that's not a reason to die.
Right.
Resisting arrest, it's not a reason to die. Like, officers are trained. You have to be.
There's so many other approaches to do besides kill somebody.
And that's the point that was ironic.
Especially for resisting arrest.
The irony is,
Child, at this
she
point,
said the appropriate response in her mind. Let's be real. Tasering is a non-lethal, for the most part, way to stop somebody. You know what I'm saying? Right. So technically, if she would have tased him and they would have went ahead and arrested him, we couldn't.
Okay.
Right. But that's not what happened. And my thing is, I don't want to hear the accident thing because, one, I don't know if it was an accident, and two, if it was, it doesn't matter.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Now, if he would have been alive, okay.
I don't even want to hear the accident when it comes to law.
He's dead.
We have to hold them to a higher standard.
Well, true. You're right, because they first of all, they try to hold their own self.
No, they literally have life and death in their hands.
They do.
The standard for them is not the same for a regular civilian.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. All the accolades and all the congrats and stuff, that should be the same way as if whenever that should be at that same level.
And also,
whenever they do wrong things.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Officers shouldn't be able to commit a crime, go home, be with their families, and then later on somebody brings up charges against them.
Exactly.
Like this lady, she was charged an hour ago for second-degree murder and arrested, but she got to go home. She got to
be with her family, whatever.
And my thing is, that whole qualified immunity thing, I think we should get rid of it. Once an officer breaks the law,
that's it. You become a
criminal.
A criminal.
Arrest them, put them in the back
like everybody else.
Because we have to hold them to a standard. You cannot do what you want to do and then hide behind the wall of qualified immunity. You cannot kill somebody. You cannot break into the wrong house and shoot somebody. You cannot, go to the wrong house and execute a search warrant and then just say, I'm a cop, so qualified immunity. No, man.
Like literally, that's just creating entitled PUNK.
I don't know.
Brats.
I don't know if second-degree murder will it. I don't know what's going to be the outcome of this case. I do know that this woman deserves to go to jail. Even if it was an accident, that doesn't mean you get to.
Don't people go to jail whenever they kill people on accident too? They still go to jail?
Do. Civilians do, but cops
that's
don't.
what I'm saying. You need to still go to jail. Goodbye.
Right. If it's an accident,
don't collect. Go two stops. Go.
If it was an accident, accidentally walk to prison, serve your time accidentally, and get out and be a better person.
And don't ever be a cop again.
Right.
Terminated.
Right, and it just sucks that it's like every time you think you're making a step,
some foolishness happen.
Some stuff happen, man. Like you see like some laws and regulations, and hey, we're banning chokeholds. We're doing this. We're legalizing. We're letting non-violent people out, and then it's just like every time you think you're making progress, it's like
still there.
It's that reminder that no,
it's still there. We still here.
You still gotta fight. You still gotta be
vigilant.
I'm sorry, and also. We still have to hold the people that we put in office accountable. Like, I don't want to hear Joe Biden get up. Like, we voted you in because you say you understood the black trouble we have with cops. So I don't want you to then get up there when it's time to make a big statement. This is wrong. This is this. And talk about looting. I don't want to hear that. Looting is not the issue. The issue is why people are looting. They feel like people are getting killed. And nothing happens.
Constantly. At this point, it's a constant in America.
And also, I do want to address the people who always, every time there's a cop getting killed, they say, what about like the black on black crime that's going on?
They will throw that out, baby.
And look, and that's as black people and white people. I am not sitting here saying that we don't have a problem
We do.
with. We see black people get killed every day in our neighborhoods and don't care about it. I am of the firm belief that the same way we march and the same way we boycott, when a cop does something, we should do the exact same thing when Pookie up the road gets killed for no reason or somebody get robbed that we know. Until we, that is a big part of the issue. Until we hold ourselves to some degree of like we care about each other.
Right.
We can't expect it from anybody else, but also right now it's not the time to bring that up.
Right, because it's surpassed that.
Like right now, we're talking about somebody
People who are
held above, who is paid to be a servant to the community.
Correct.
That has committed a
who are
crime.
supposed to be trusted with.
Right.
I'm supposed to trust you with my life, like literally.
Right.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
So that's the conversation.
But you
now.
kill me.
Two things can be true. We can, yes, we do need to do better about that in our community, but also cops have to
do better.
Because let's be real, for the most part, some people don't go to jail, but for the most part, right now, if I went outside and killed somebody, black or white, I would get arrested, go to jail.
Yeah.
Cops can do the same thing, and we have to fight for just justice.
Like,
we have to fight
which
for
is sad.
people to bring charges. We have to burn down cities for them to be like, okay, let's arrest them.
Right.
So, I don't know. But
it don't even have to be all that. Just do it. Like, it's foolish.
Right. So, I mean.
And shucks, you can't even trust judges no more because, dang, y'all supposed to be.
And you never could trust the justice. I mean, it wasn't
Some
for
of them
us.
are nice, but.
Right, but it wasn't for us. So,
yeah.
But moving on. I mean, it's kind of in the same vein with, like, our community, but do you think black people should stop using the N-word?
Yeah.
The issue, and I'm going to play this little clip, because, the whole thing happened with Kyrie. He told another NBA player, Kyrie is an NBA player, on the court, he got into it with a guy because the guy called him the N-word. He said, don't refer to me as that anymore. I'm not that. We're not that. We're not going to use that anymore. So,
and I want to say that he also was talking to him, not trying to belittle him. He was just talking like how two people talk. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing bad.
Chris Broussard is joining us now. Chris,
from Undisputed, by the way.
Your reaction? Are you surprised by the stance Kyrie took?
So yeah.
I'm not surprised. I'm actually very proud of Kyrie. And I texted some people in his inner circle that last night to relay that message to him. I'm glad he took this stance, and I would love it if African Americans en masse took heed to the words that Kyrie says. Because as Shannon knows, this is a very controversial and hotly debated topic in the black community, whether or not we should use the word to refer to each other. Obviously, some think we can, and it's fine, and others think we shouldn't. And Kyrie, if you follow Kyrie on social media, you can see that he is discovering his African and Native American roots.
Which I think a lot of people are.
And a lot of many, if not all, but
I think
many,
a lot of
maybe
people
I'd
are
say
going
most
through this whole
African Americans who really get deep into their African heritage by studying African history, not just African American history that starts in slavery. But what were we doing in Africa before we were enslaved in America? What religions, what words were we using? What were we like then? African Americans that go that deeply tend to be against us using the N-word.
So that's pretty much a synopsis of what happened. But pretty much what he's saying is Kyrie Irving has been on this whole trip where he's studying his history, he's studying his culture, his ethnicity, his background, and now he's getting to a point where he's like, look, we can't keep referring to each other that nigga. Like, we can't do it, especially in the public, because of the root. We can't just say, oh, we changed the meaning, because
no. And what I was about to say, I agree with that, especially the public. I don't really say. Do I say that in the public? I don't say that.
No, I try not to say it.
It's easy to get.
I'll say it at home, like
because it's easy to get caught up in it. Like like at home and stuff. But I would never try to
publicly, I try not to use the N-word.
Put it in the airways publicly, like just because.
One, I don't want to look. I don't want to be that person saying, because we have the. I mean, this happens in other subgroups as well. Like for example, women and the B word. Like women can call each other the B word
all the time.
all
day. I do not
long,
like when people call me that. Do not call me
women
that.
can call it, but somebody else from outside of that subgroup says it's a problem. And the same with the N word. Like we can say it within our subgroup, but I think the issue with the N word is it became so big as far as like a cultural word. Like it's in it's in music, it's in movies, it's in
and also
influencers say it. So like what happens is the white people who purchase this stuff, who go to these shows, and then other people,
they think it's okay for them to say it
who
because
like
they're
our culture.
homeboys. Yeah,
they take our culture and then they start using it. Now we gotta say, whoa, you can't say it. But it's like we lost the control of our culture. It got so big that
literally it's popular.
Black culture is like a thing now.
It
like
is, which is wild.
Can be like you have. White people, Asian people, whatever.
Really taking
parts of our culture. And I'm not saying, that's a whole other issue with cultural appropriation and all that. But I'm saying what happens is they literally take the word too, and then we have to be like, man, you can't say that.
Yeah, right.
And then they tell us we can't say it, and then we look stupid because we like, wait, can we say it? And then it's like, no, we can say it, but you can't. And then it's like, well, I pay for the music. I go to the shows. Why can't I say it? I bought it. You know what I'm saying? So
right, like you can't listen to that. They say the N-word. Like,
I think the word.
I
think I'm not one of the people who think the word started with hip hop. I think the N-word was.
No, I do believe it was a derogatory word.
I think slaves were saying it to each other. Like they probably because that's all you heard. Nigga, this, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, that nigga. So you probably said it.
And then it went from nigga to negro to nigger.
Yeah, I don't know the.
Like for me personally, I don't know. It's just something with me. Like if somebody says black, white, or whatever, if they say nigger to me, like I know, like if you said nigger or if you said nigga, like don't say nigger to me.
I don't like. My thing is,
nigger, and I don't mind negro either.
Right.
Because that's what I am. I'm negro.
Personally,
it's black.
Personally,
Negra.
Neither one of them affect me. And like, I'm not saying I don't. Like I'm okay with anybody using. That's not what I'm saying. I had to learn early on because of where I grew up.
Oh, absolutely.
I grew up in North Louisiana, so I couldn't allow that word to have control over me to where I'm ready to flash out and fight because I literally would be doing it every day. Because what the kid, growing up, the white kids, other people would do when they ain't have nothing else to say or to get under your skin, they would throw that word out there and get your reaction. And there's so many people who would literally flash out and do crazy stuff, fighting all that, and they knew they won. Once they said that, we won. No matter what, you can back me down, say whatever. As soon as I say this, I know you're going to turn into a wild animal, be trying to do whatever. And I was like, I don't want to be that person. So I had to learn, I don't even let it affect me. I'm not saying I'm okay with it. I will say, hey, don't do that, or I will, like nowadays, you use the N-word, like, you can lose your job. You can lose your so it's consequence behind it. I just be like, okay, cool. So, yeah, but I'm saying, I guess I see what Kyrie is saying. Eventually, we have to
put a stop to it.
I think it has a first stop publicly, and then eventually it has to fade out even then.
It will, though. If it's publicly done, it will fade out. Just like, for instance, Kyrie saying that he probably started a whole movement.
No, he definitely. And the thing with Kyrie that I respected was, and I hope he continues, is like he definitely used to say the N-word a lot. Yeah. And now if he really is going to be like, I'm off of that, then you got to respect his growth.
Right, yeah.
And like, so that's.
And he was like, and then he also said, you don't know me like that.
Right.
Don't call me that.
So my thing is.
So he was disrespected.
I don't, and also I have to say, I don't like using the N-word around older people because I never know what their reaction would be.
That could trigger a bunch of things.
Right. So like my father, he don't care any way you use the word because he grew up in the 50s and the 60s. Oof. So that it hits different.
Yeah.
Some people.
And that's the point, like why it's so ugly and horrible to say, because even if you're being a friend, for instance, even if you're talking to friends, and just walking past a group of people, like, and you saying, nigger, like, what's up? Oh, nigga, you stupid. Like, and an older person hear that or something. Like,
yeah, dude, that
could.
And they sitting there looking at you like, you knew what I went through, so
yeah, like, I mean, people have PTSD literally because of that stuff.
Because these people they literally fought for us to be able to be just what we are now. Yeah, like, man. So for us to be walking around saying the N-word in front of some of these older people,
that's disrespectful to me.
Disrespectful.
I would never.
So that's why I try not to say the N-word
I also try not to say it in front of our kids either, like especially
Yeah.
like our oldest one because he understands stuff.
Right. I
And,
try not to say it in front of them.
we try not to say a lot of stuff in front
I
of them.
really try my best not to say it in front of white people.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
I don't want them to get the impression that it's okay for them to say it.
Right.
Or be comfortable enough
That I'm saying it well.
that I'm saying it, oh, I can say it too. And I always see people who that they like, for example, you'll see people, they'll kind of see if you say the N-word before they say it. Like they probably, because I know it's some of y'all white people and people who say it, when we not around.
Yeah, y'all say it. I know some people too that say it. They never show it to me, but I know a person.
But I'll tell them straight up,
says that
like
they say it
I'm
in front of
not gonna fight you them, but like, hey, you're not gonna say it around me.
It's kind of hard because I think about mixed couples, like
Right.
of different races,
Mm-hmm.
and like how you talk and you be like, yeah, my nigga, like whatever,
Right.
like, do you let them say it back? Because eventually, if you talk like that, for instance, if I'm a person non-color and I'm dating a black guy who always said he talks to his friends and he be
Why
like,
are
my
you
nigga,
making up a fake situation? Say that you are
Oh,
a
you're
black
right.
woman
I am.
talking to. You always make up a fake situation. You are a black woman and you're talking to a white guy, and you say, can he say it white? Come on, making up a fake situation like
well, it
you're
would
not
have
black.
been fake regardless. Because if I say my husband is black, but I gotta be white or I gotta be whatever. Anyway, yes. So if I'm a different color and I'm married to a black man, of course. So if he's always saying my nigga or like yo nigga, like talking wise, being like as a friendship, how like who? What if he tell me I can't say it? I'm gonna be mad. Like. That's racist. Well, that's why I'm saying what is the dynamics to that? Like with mixed people, I would love to talk to them about that. Like,
So you want to know if mixed people say the N-word in their relationship?
if multiracial, yeah, multiracial. I just made that name. Never heard of mine. That's racist. Yeah, like do they talk? Like, are they okay with each other saying it? But the outside world cannot tell each other that.
I don't know. No, I don't want to ask anybody. I don't want to know because I might get mad. They'd be like, "Yeah, we say it all the time."
I mean, I do know a couple that do say it. That's why I'm saying. Is it a lot of people? Like, are that's racist.
They have to stop,
but the person doesn't care. So,
bruh.
if she says it, or her family.
Right, let's-
Say that's racist.
I was about to hit it. I'm not gonna hit it button again. But look, let's just move on because I don't want to sit here and lose potential sponsors, and because we saying the N-word
So much.
So we were
before
only saying it to reference the story.
Right. That's all we're doing.
Whatever.
We're not putting light to it. We don't.
Yeah,
Agreed.
we're not putting light to it. I'm gonna tell you like this. Sometimes I say the N-word and I be like trying to catch myself
Yeah, but it just come out.
because it's just like, bro, like, and sometimes like was it Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock? Chris Rock, I think it was Chris Rock. He was like, some black people, the only way you can describe them is by saying the N-word.
Now that is true. I'm not gonna lie about that.
And like, I know it's
That
a
is
joke,
very
but
true.
it's some black people that
That is what they are.
Or and it's not even just black people. Like even
Anybody
they
could be
do certain
yeah.
stuff, and you be like, bro, this
Is the definition of because you was acting a plum D fool.
right. So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to somebody. I am so glad we finally get to talk about this person because this is the
It better
person.
not be Kanye.
This is the person I want to fight. I want to.
What?
This is my wife's crush.
What?
And we about to talk about
Peace
him.
up, A-Town.
We about to talk about this guy because
Yeah.
Usher
Don't talk about Usher now. Come on now.
Raymond.
He helped me learn music.
This dude is the biggest. I can't believe he did this.
What did he do?
You don't know what he did?
No, I'm sad.
This
I'm
dude-
wearing this shirt because of Usher. I saw him
Usher
have a
went into the strip club. I'm gonna see if I can find a little clip real quick. He went to like a strip club.
Oh,
whatever.
I know what he did and put them fake Usher.
He paid with his fake Usher bucks
And
and
left.
left.
For real? That's funny, but you can only do that in Atlanta.
But he was in Vegas. But Usher was
Oh, because it's residency, huh?
yeah. So he's promoting his.
He's moving to it.
He's using the basically he's using the money with his face on the Usher bucks to promote his residency. Yeah, in Vegas.
You got to be rich to do that, because who the heck?
The man,
You just wasting money.
I think it's hilarious that the stripper was like, "Wait, this dude is throwing money with his picture on." Like, bro,
This ain't money, so this ain't real.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Fam,
he's so, bro.
that boy funny.
It's funny, but it's like only Usher could get away
Like
with
literally, only he can get away with it. That's my ball.
that. I don't know, man. I just think
That's funny though. That's retarded.
it's something I would want.
Like, why would you think? Who thinks of that?
Usher?
You would think of something like that.
I would.
No.
I would.
Like,
I don't know, but
if it's in the budget, let's do it.
all right. Let's see, man.
It's
I had
funny.
something else. I can't find it. It was about where is it? Where is it? Oh, it was like a thing about the whole child support. I really don't want to talk about it. People was. I'll just ask you. Some women say that you get more. Some people say you get more money if you don't put a man on child support versus if you do. So is that true? Is that true? So basically, the question I think somebody posted was like, if y'all wouldn't put y'all men on child support, they would just throw money at y'all all the time.
That's not true. I mean, that varies to every person. Just like child support varies from every person. Like, some men do pay their child support, and they have really good jobs, and they pay. You guarantee.
I think so. My thing is,
Some people
I
don't.
think I think it applies. Like
It
you
varies.
said, it varies.
Like,
So,
you can't say that. It's too big of a.
The reason child support came into effect is because men and some women, I guess, were literally abandoning their
Yes.
responsibilities, and I'm one of people who believe that child support is just scratching the surface of, like, money support is scratching the
Because
surface.
it's more than that.
It's
A kid
more than that.
needs-
So some people, and I think when you put somebody on child support, some people just say that's it.
Like, that's the least you could do.
That's all I'm
Yeah,
doing.
right.
Like, you put me on child support, here you go. I'm a good
I
dad.
don't wanna be
I'm a
there.
good mom because
Yeah.
I'm paying my child support.
Right.
I think it's more than that. I think
It is.
child support in itself, the way it's abused and the way the government can use it to put black men in jail who are really trying, is wrong.
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of those things that has been abused, it's been used wrong, it's been enforced wrong, and now has such a negative stigma and stuff to it that
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think,
But it does. There are some people who it works very well for,
right,
because what track of money, like especially people who live in different states, like who are all over, and they have to literally come together. Because
Right.
like, once again, if you have a kid with somebody, you are connected forever. Let's just be real. And if they are in your life, you do have to communicate. You have to know about finances with the child per se, not their own.
You have to know.
So that keeps track of all that, because that's all written down. I mean, not by you, but like, that's government. You can see
Yeah,
how
you
much
can
money
see
you're
all
getting,
that.
etc.
Right.
How much money I gave you. You can see all of that. So I think some cases it is very important and it needs to be done. Like,
And then sometimes it can be weaponized
Yeah.
and abused. Just like
just like children, they can be weaponized
Just
and
like
abused.
anything, like it's one of those things that whether you see it with child support, alimony,
Kids in general, because
any-
people be using their kids. You ain't saying
yeah,
today.
come on, man.
Like,
I don't know. Like,
but
I can
yeah,
see
it
how
varies.
people. I can see why the question was asked, because I do know some people will do more, and
If
then
you don't.
because they take it as an offense. Like,
They
you
do,
put
and
me
it
on
shouldn't
child
be.
support,
This-
you got the government involved. Like now,
Okay, like it shouldn't be though. Like if
Right.
I just decide not to be a mom and walk away, what's gonna happen? The government's gonna get involved.
yeah. But unfortunately, once again, that's why it's important, and that's why we stress so much.
Yeah.
Just be mindful of who you have a kid with.
Right.
I know accidents happen, and just like we said earlier,
Right.
just because of an accident don't mean you can just pretend it's not,
Not
consequences
okay.
involved. Like,
Yeah, it's like
you
something
have-
is going
every
negative is gonna
time-
come from this.
look, this is a easy way to avoid. Don't lay down with people that you don't want to have a kid with. And I say it all the time. If you lay down with somebody, there's a possibility you can have a kid. I don't care what birth control
All the
you're on.
time.
I don't care what
All the
the
time.
doctor told you. I don't care what.
If you lay down with it's a possibility you can have. If you lay down with a dog, it's a possibility you can have a puppy.
Bruh.
You know
Bruh,
that was
what
funny.
are you
You know
talking
that was good. That
It
was,
was.
good.
All right. Come on, let's just go to our favorite part of the podcast. I love you, but I don't care.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Well, so for me this week, I'm gonna talk about the whole KD and Shannon Sharp
Foolishness.
Kevin Durant.
I feel like that's fake.
I don't know if it's fake, but I think it's the way he attacks the media and says stuff and puts stuff out. I think he just does it because he's bored. Like, I think he literally starts to. He's that type of person. I need something to fuel me. Like, I will make up a beef. I will make up.
He made that up?
No, I'm not saying he made this up. I'm just saying he needs that constant adversary because he's so good. He needs that chip on the shoulder. He needs somebody in his ear saying, like, you can't do it.
Right.
Like, oh, you're going to go to state, watch you lose. Like, okay, let me go get 2 back-to-back MVPs. Oh, you can't bounce back from Achilles. Let me go out here and ball out. He needs that. And I feel like the media falls victim every time because Kevin Durant will say something or do something on his Twitter and boom, now you're on a whirlwind of arguments and, it's just a lot. But I'm a big Kevin Durant fan. I don't know or agree with half the things he says off the court, but it doesn't change the fact that he's 7 foot tall and a great basketball player.
He does his job.
Right. And that's all I have on that this week. That's the only thing I saw, really.
Cool.
What about you?
But okay. I saw that too, though. No, I didn't do anything. But anyway, in my personal life, so tonight is my final performance for my class.
Okay.
And yeah,
So I mean, you gonna start doing more covers and stuff now, huh?
Yes, I should. And I've also learned how to do better with learning songs because I always one thing that I learned for sure that he kept saying was like, you always think he always talks about it too. Like that's how he used to be. Like you always be like, I know a song. I know the song because I listen to it every day or because I know the lyrics. But do you know the song? Like, do you know the keys, the pitch? Like,
right.
I'm like, oh snap, I don't. I never do. I ever?
Right.
No. So, yeah, I learned that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good class. I enjoyed it.
Right. So I think it's important, and that the music fade out. I think it's important to always invest in yourself.
Yes.
And I think that's something I always stress to you.
He does, guys.
And I want to stress to you guys as well. Invest in whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because everything that you learn in life will help you. You can't never. It's nothing you learn that you can't use later.
Apply to something else.
To your major purpose.
Right.
So I always say invest in yourself, invest in your skills, your craft, and it's okay. Like
you'll need it along the path.
You're gonna need it eventually. You're gonna need that certificate eventually. You're gonna need that, whatever eventually. Like it's nothing that you learning
that you won't need. Like just gonna go to waste.
Right.
No.
It's not going to waste. So
yeah.
Invest in yourself, master the classes. I mean, this is the
perfect time.
This is the perfect
time. Like this never was happening.
We literally live in a society where you have access to. You have access to everything. Like you can learn you can literally learn how to. Yeah. Just
do anything.
Anything.
There's so many master classes like. Long-term classes. It's like my class was a month.
Right.
Every day, a month. So that was great.
Yeah. Also, we didn't talk about anything relationship-wise this week. Yeah. Did we? No.
No, we just talked about child support.
That's not really. Yeah.
It's not really relationship-ish.
I don't know. I'm not gonna force.
Like we said, we've been having a good week. But
that's a good week. I mean, we didn't really get. We haven't been asking people for questions. We should do that.
We should totally do that.
Make sure that we give people opportunity to ask about stuff because we just come on here and record without even.
And I do want to tell people if you're a little nervous or something like with your question, we do have our email, right?
Yeah, but you can email it. Yeah. You can DM us. You can.
Well, I'm saying if they didn't want to send it to us personally.
People don't care, bro. just.
There's some shy people. Yeah. But we do take email too, guys. So, I mean, we want to be on the DL, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, we should totally do that. Somebody also asked me that when are we going to start doing lives? Because
we're not.
They are very interested in that. Asking questions on to this day. I like lives. I don't know why you don't like to do lives. I'm talking about on our Instagram.
Oh, we going live this Saturday at 1:30.
Oh yeah.
Forgot. Yep.
She didn't forget. Nah, I know what you're talking about though. It was funny. It's like, oh yeah.
All right.
Also, you guys don't know this, but well, now you do. Yes, we also still sometimes. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Well, to be I forgot what I was about to say, but anyway, I just want to let y'all know that it's okay. I mean, it's easy to not easy, but hold on, let me think of my words right quick.
Nah, I'm about to turn this podcast off because you literally haven't said anything.
I've been rambling. I know. Oh, just cut all this out. Not of course not on the video.
No, I'm leaving it out.
No.
I ain't got time to do all that.
Okay, fine. I just wanted to say, encourage somebody. That's what the word to that who are parents, etc. That you still can, do what you gotta do your daily stuff, and still do your stuff on the side. I just want to reiterate that and put that back in the atmosphere again, because lately I've been seeing a lot of people with ideas, and I'm sure they have like negative thoughts about it, but
all right.
Yeah.
It's great advice.
Thank you, babe.
Right,
Maybe it reminded me of that because he's here.
Yeah. Our kid just laying in the bed right here.
Because he was fake sick.
All right. Yep.
He's been whipping the walls all day.
Okay, goodbye. Bruh. Let's go, man.
Good night.
Thank you. Hell Talking Podcast. Goodbye.
Good night, guys.